guys, what's up? Mad Cat here, and today I'm going to be doing another makeup tutorial. This is not going to be a time-lapse makeup tutorial, just for the people who are still new to makeup and need a little more instruction. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the video, guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. One of the reasons I like this primer is because it makes your foundation go on really smoothly and it makes your foundation last forever. I also really love the scent of this primer. It has a really subtle kind of coconutty scent, and I'm just going to rub that in. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Pearl. You guys know I love this foundation because I use it in almost all of my videos. You only need about 2 pumps of this, and one of the reasons I really like this foundation is that it is medium to full coverage and it is buildable, and it has a really nice kind of satin finish, and it lasts a very long time. So I'm just going to blend that all over my face, on my ear, and down my neck too. Okay, so as you guys can tell, that foundation looks really nice and natural on my skin. So now I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Very Fair. And as you guys can tell, I'm kind of sticking to the Too Faced theme, and that is because Too Faced makes a lot of awesome products, and the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer and Foundation have a really nice natural finish, and both of them kind of have like a satin finish, and I'm going for more of like a dewy natural look today, so these products are perfect for that. And I'm just going to apply that to the bridge of my nose, under my eyes, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, and some on my forehead. And now just blend all that in with the same sponge. So as you can tell, I'm looking very nice and dewy. So now I'm going to take a bit of my Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. And I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of that on a big fluffy brush and just lightly set my under eye, because I don't want to take away the dewiness, but I still want to set that concealer. And I'm also just going to take a tiny bit on the same big fluffy brush and just lightly set around my nose and around my mouth where it tends to break up. Tiny bit on my forehead. Let's move on to eyebrows. So for brows, I'm going to use my Too Faced Brow Quickie Brush On Brow Fiber Cream. As you guys know, this is probably my favorite brow gel in the whole world. All I do is I just brush it through my brows very lightly. And this is good if you just want your brows to look a little thicker and a little more full without looking fake and without having to do too much to them. And I use this in every single one of my videos because it is amazing. So now that brows are done, let's move on to eyes. So I'm just going to quickly prime my eyes with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer. This eyeshadow primer is really good if you don't have too much discoloration on your eyelids. If you do, you might need a more full coverage eyeshadow primer. Oh no, I just squeezed out way too much. I was about to say how you only need a little bit of this product, and I just squeezed out pretty much half of the tube. Oh no, what am I gonna do with all this? Let me grab a makeup wipe, and I am just going to take a little bit off my finger. So as I was saying, you only need a little bit of this. And this is really, really nice. So for actual eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Life's a Festival eyeshadow palette. Like I said before, I want to keep this look kind of natural, but I still want to add a pop of color on the eyes. So the first shade I'm going to dip into is Desert Vibes. And this is like a really pretty kind of orangey brown shade, and I'm just going to pop that right in my crease as a transition shade. So now that we have Desert Vibes in our crease, I'm going to dip into the only other matte shade in this palette, and that is Young and Free. And this is a really pretty, like, pinky color, and I'm just going to put that a little bit lower in the crease that I did Desert Vibes. And that is going to give a really nice kind of ombre effect. So now I'm going to go in with Euphoric, and that is like a really pretty kind of peachy shimmer shade. And before I go and dip into Euphoric, I'm going to spray my brush with a bit of setting spray. It doesn't matter which setting spray you use. Right now I'm just using the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. And you could literally use water. I'm just using this because it's right next to me. And I am just going to put Euphoric on the inner half of my lid. So now that we have Euphoric on the inner half of our eyes, I am going to grab the same brush we got Desert Vibes and Young and Free on, and I'm just going to blend Euphoric into the rest of those matte shades. Okay, this is going to be the last step for the actual eyeshadow part, and I am going to grab Unicorn Tears, which is the biggest pan in the whole palette. And I'm just going to grab that on a little kind of domed brush, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. And my inner corner. Okay, eyeshadow is done, so I am just going to quickly add some black pencil to my waterline and some mascara off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and I have super dramatic lashes now, so now let's move on to the face. Alright guys, you are going to be so excited because I finally got a new bronzer. It is the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. I have been using the Too Faced Unicorn Tears bronzer for pretty much all of my videos, and I knew you guys were getting tired of seeing me use it, so I went out and bought this bronzer because I have heard really good things about it. And this is actually going to be my first time trying it. So when I open it up, it is super pretty. It has the lighter shade for bronzing, I guess, and then the darker shade for contouring. This is a pretty shimmery bronzer, which I like, and it has a big mirror. So I'm just going to dip this big fluffy brush in the bronzer. And I'm just going to focus this right in my cheekbones. Okay, I'm absolutely loving this bronzer. I think I actually like it more than the Unicorn Tears bronzer. So now that we are all bronzed up, let's move on to blush. So for blush, the Too Faced Sweetheart Perfect Flush Blush in the shade Peach Beach. Okay, so now that our cheeks are all nice and rosy, let's move on to one of my favorite parts, highlighter. So this is the Maybelline New York Master Chrome Highlighter. And I'm just going to apply just a tiny, tiny bit on my cheekbones because that blush was very shimmery. And then I'll go a little heavier above my brow. So for lips, I am going to use this NYX liner, and I'm just going to line the center of my lip right here, and my Cupid's bow. So for actual lipstick, I am going to go in with yet another Too Faced product, and this is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cool Girl. A really good affordable option to the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. These are really good, really long lasting, just like these. But for this look, I'm just going to use the Too Faced one. These are really, really good liquid lipsticks. They last all day and they do not dry out your lips. Oh, and I almost forgot, if you want to know a little more about these Too Faced liquid lipsticks, go check out my Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick review. I talk about these a little more in depth over at that video, so go check it out. And finally, you can't forget setting spray. So for setting spray, I'm going to use my Too Faced Prime Set and Refresh Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Setting Spray. And I am just going to spray it all over my face. So here's the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. So that's it for this makeup tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. The eyes did come out a little bolder than I was expecting, but I love it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a big thumbs up and don't forget to comment down below telling me what other makeup looks I should do, and I will do that. And more importantly, please subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!